Yo, what's good, YouTube? VISHBEGAMIN here. Today I wanted to show you guys how to make the best Glen Rice build on NBA 2K26. You know, it's something a little different. I'm trying to go through all the default NBA players, like every single one of them possible, before I get to my, my more creative NBA ideas later on, as well as the Season 2 builds. I have them listed online every like week, so they are in mind. And of course, if you do guys have any like requests, let me know. But I don't know why they got the height listed at 6'6". Okay, I mean I couldn't find much on the wingspan, but yeah, I don't know why past 2Ks apparently have him at 6'6", and yeah, 6'6" wingspan. So, but like if you look him up, like it'll say he's 6'7", 6'8", you know, so shortest would be 6'7". But you know, since the meta is, 6'8s and 6'6s, I'm just gonna make this a meta build video pretty much. So while the title of this build being called Glen Rice isn't gonna be like, interesting, this could be like just a straight up comp build, because you're going short wingspan, and short wingspan is like, you really don't get any like downfall for it. Like the only time it's not a good idea to go minimum wingspan is if you're a big man, but even then you could maybe finesse that. But if you're like a shooting guard, point guard, small forward, you can get away with it. But I'm gonna tweak this 6'6" version up a little bit just to make it just more usable, and have some more flexibility strats to utilize the cap breakers to make it finish better around the rim, play better defense, while still having the midi on point. And then later on I'll show you how to make a 6'8" version of it. It won't give you shades of him, but it's more accurate to him, and it's still very effective from a comp perspective. So if that sounds interesting, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is name him Glen Rice, make him right-handed, jersey number 41. Gotta keep him in the small forward position because that's what he predominantly plays. We're gonna use all of what 2K26 gives us, with the 6'6" height, 215 pounds, and 6'6" wingspan. Now I went ahead and just put the stats up here because I'm gonna show two versions of it, and I think I could just kind of breeze through the ideas faster this way. But what I basically did was that mid-range originally was like 95. I went down to 94. Then the pass accuracy was 65. I lowered it down to 56 to match the ball handle. Then I lowered the block just a smidge, and then I lowered a standing dunk from like 50 something down to 45, because that's all. If you're not going to go like 72 or 81 or 85, there's no reason to have 50, 60 standing dunk. You might as well just settle with the 45 to get the basic standing dunks. So sacrificing those kinds of stats, what I did was make the driving layup more effective by making it go from 85 to 92. I think 92 is a great sweet spot because you can either go +1 to get gold layup mix master, you can go +4 to get gold Hall of Fame physical finisher, or you can go all the way with the +5 to get layup mix master on Hall of Fame. So you got a wide range of options to choose from with how you want to go about the cap breakers. Then I made the driving dunk go from 73 to 75. And then I made like what was like mid 70s at the free throw up to 92, just so that if you're going to use this for rec, you can comfortably knock down free throws. This is a good spot to maybe use your cap breakers on your ball handle. I mean, especially being 6'6", you're not a lock kind of build, so it would be good to have at least 86 ball handle on with a height like this. Agility, I made it 76 in case if you were going to go use like 4 cap breakers over here to eventually go for 85. If you are going for 85, just lower it to 73 in advance. That way it'll match the cap breakers exactly to 85, and then you can just like upgrade something else like free throw like that, for example, or lower it a little more and then put it somewhere else, you know. But if you're just content with the 74 perimeter defense, and then you can kind of finesse with strength being 85, which that's what I also upgraded. I went from like 79, 82 to like 85. You could do that. So I just left it like this as it is. You still got bronze rebound chaser. And yeah, of course, use your first couple of cap breakers towards the mid-range. Make your build specialization like either finishing or playmaking, but I think finishing is probably your best bet. So you can get a head start on the drive and layup. You can use your max +2 towards layup mix master, and then use your max +1 towards physical finisher. So, you know, you could just always go like plus, you might not even have to go 97 drive and layup. You could just go like 96 at most. That way it'll be Hall of Fame physical finisher. Use a max +1, make it legend, and then a max +2 to the layup mix master, go from gold to legend. So that's another thing to think about, you know. Make those slots worth it, you know. Make the transition worth it. But yeah, that's the 6'6" version of the build. And you do get Glen Rice shades up #1. That's why I wanted to go ahead and show that. And yeah, let's go ahead and get to build #2, 6'8". Alright, so for our second version of the build, we're gonna make it 6'8", 226 pounds, and then have a 6'8" wingspan. Now this second one is, you know, low-key like really OP in a lot of ways, because 6'8" in the ones court, it's like the absolute best build. I think 6'9" are also just about as good. And then in terms of the 6'6", I think low-key 6'5" are better than 6'6". But yeah, 6'8" seems to be like the best one. And you can get it up to a 96 mid-range right here. The 3-ball, you can either choose to just go like 89 like this, and just go ahead and have gold layup mix master like that. That's how I first made it at first, but then I realized, you know, you could have just, you know, deep bomber off the rip and get other shooting takeovers. You know, it's just up to your preference on how you want to go about it. I mean, even if you did it the layup way, it's not gonna get you 99. But I mean, you could always like lower some other stats just to like this, to go for like 99 drive and layup, because you're already gonna have such high strength to match up with it. So 94 strength, and then that's another spot where you can go +5 to get 99 strength. I know it won't match the perimeter exactly, because the perimeter would still be like 88 at most. And again, like I mentioned about the perimeter, if you're trying to go for just 85, just make sure you just start it off at 73. So that way it adds up to exactly 85. This is the strategy I do with my 6'5" build. You know, it'll go from anywhere from 82 to 85, 87 exactly, because that's how you want to use your cap breaker. You want to make sure the numbers add up to the exact spot. Like if it went up to 86, then you did something wrong, because there's no point in having 86 perimeter. 85 or 87 though, that's like different, you know. Just keep that thought process in mind, whether you're on agility or perimeter or ball handle, whatever the case may be. But yeah, this is a good idea right here. I think this is low-key the best, because having 99 strength, 99 layup, it's just really broken. And then it's just easy to come by with cap breakers. You know, you just use your first 2 or 1 towards the 3-ball, and then you got your takeovers and your silver limitless, And then you could still get 86 ball handle here. You got 74 interior for the bronze post lockdown, and which you can use some cap breakers there too to get it up to silver. So yeah, this one just has like a lot better, you know, driving layup and strength, and just being 6'8". And then of course you still got that mid-range going up to 96, so you'll have Hall of Fame badges off the rip. And then you can use some max plus ones to pick like what your preferences with moving shots or set shot to make that from Hall of Fame to legend. So yeah, crazy build. Although you don't get shades of Glen Rice anywhere, you still get some great shades in general. Still get that same physical 3-level scorer name. Strong handle being on legend is also just really, still, it's not as cheesy as it was in 25, but I think it's still a pretty OP badge in general. And just having that 95, 99 strength is just gonna help you dominate in the ones. So yeah, there y'all have it. If you like the build video, please drop a like. I post build videos 3 times a week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I also go live on Twitch Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, I'll catch you on the next build video. Peace.